Every person you admire, the champion, the CEO, the visionary, has a backstory filled with pain, setbacks, and self-doubt. But here's the secret. It's not the absence of struggle that makes a winner. It's the decision to face struggle head on. Winners aren't immune to pain. They lean into it. They don't avoid adversity. They use it as fuel. They don't pray for the path to be easier. They prepare themselves to be stronger. They've mastered the inner game. They've trained their brains to interpret failure not as defeat, but as feedback. The moment you understand this, everything changes because suddenly you're not just enduring your hard times, you're growing from them. And that, right there, is the mindset of a winner. Adversity isn't a roadblock. It's the training ground for greatness. The strongest steel is forged in the hottest fires, and the strongest humans, they're shaped in the furnace of life's hardest trials. Every winner knows this. They don't resent their hardships, they embrace them. Because hardships is what transforms potential into power. Think about it. When the average person sees failure, they stop. But when a winner sees failure, they lean in and learn. Michael Jordan, Oprah Winfrey, Elon Musk. Every icon has walked through rejection, ridicule, and resistance. Michael was cut from his high school team. Oprah was told she wasn't fit for TV. Elon watched his rockets explode and burn millions of dollars. But each of them kept going. Why? Because adversity wasn't the enemy. It was the edge. Winners understand that every no can become a launchpad. Every failure can become a blueprint. The question isn't, will you face adversity? The question is, what will you do with it? Let's talk about pain, the price of growth. Most people run from it, but winners, they chase it. Pain is like lifting weights. It hurts, yes, but it's the kind of hurt that signals growth. In the gym of life, your mental and emotional muscles only grow under resistance. If you've ever done a tough workout, you know that soreness the next day, it's not a sign of injury. It's a sign of adaptation. The same is true in your career, your relationships, and your goals. Winners reframe pain. They see it as progress, not punishment. And when they're exhausted, frustrated, ready to give up, they remind themselves, this is what growth feels like. They don't ask, how can I avoid the pain? They ask, how can I grow through it? That reframe, that mindset becomes a superpower because it means you're never a victim. You're never helpless. You're always becoming something more. And when others retreat into comfort, you'll keep pushing forward because you've learned to welcome the discomfort that greatness demands. There's a moment in every winner's journey when they decide. A moment when they burn the boats. No plan B, no escape route, just forward. Winners don't try. They commit. Not with conditions, not halfway. They make a line in the sand decision. Quitting is not an option. The kinds of decision that shifts everything. The universe moves. Doors open. People show up. But only after the commitment is made. When Hernan Cortez burned his ships in 1519, it wasn't about drama. It was about eliminating retreat. That's what winners do. They eliminate the exit door, not because they want to suffer, but because they know that only full commitment creates unstoppable momentum. Most people never get what they want because they keep their options open. Winners, they close the door on quitting. They lock it, throw away the key, and light the room on fire. Because when you're all in, you'll find a way. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the engine. Winners don't wait to feel like it. They act because they've decided to. They show up with consistency, with grit, with fire every day. Here's the truth. Motivation is unreliable. Some days you'll wake up inspired, most days you won't. But winners don't let feelings dictate their actions. They let discipline lead the way. It's in the daily rituals, the 5 a.m. alarms, the silent hours of work, the sacrifices no one sees. Discipline builds a kind of confidence that motivation never could, because it proves to you, day after day, that you can trust yourself. Discipline says, I do this not because I feel like it, but because this is who I am. That identity, that consistency, it's unstoppable. The real failure is not falling short. It's not even falling flat. It's quitting. Every winner has failed, publicly, painfully, but they don't stay down. They fail forward. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before he found the light bulb. Walt Disney was fired for lack of imagination. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers, and yet they persisted. Winners collect lessons like gold. Every misstep becomes a stepping stone. Every rejection becomes a redirection. Every mistake becomes momentum. They don't fear failure. They leverage it because they know the pain of discipline is far less than the pain of regret. Quitting is the only guarantee you'll never get what you want. But persistence, that's how empires are built. This all comes down to one thing: decision. The day you decide to never quit, to truly, unshakably commit, is the day your future shifts. It's not magic. It's clarity. It's momentum. It's you finally telling the world, this is who I am, and I'm not turning back. Winners don't just commit to outcomes. They commit to the process. They fall in love with the grind, the growth, the gritty climb. It's not about hitting goals on a calendar. It's about becoming the kinds of person who wins by default. The kinds of person who keeps promises to themselves. They make a decision so clear, so firm, so loud that the universe can't ignore it, that their habits align, that their focus sharpens, that every setback simply becomes another part of the plan. So what does this mean for you? It means your moment is now. Decide. Burn the boats. Show up even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Because the truth is simple. Winners never quit. And those who never quit always win. Stop asking if you're ready. Stop waiting for signs. Make the decision. Rewire your brain to believe that quitting isn't even an option. Because you don't rise to the level of your dreams. You rise to the level of your commitment. And when your commitment is unshakable, when it's non-negotiable, when it becomes who you are, you become unstoppable. Now go out there and prove it. If this message sparks something in you, don't let it fade. Share this video with someone who needs it. Leave a comment below and tell us what's one moment in your life when you refuse to quit. And most importantly, subscribe, because here at Mind Hackrs, we're building a tribe of people who rewire their brains for greatness, people who live with purpose, people who don't quit. Hit that like button, subscribe, and remember, your next level starts when you decide to never give up.